You gotta leave your mark on the world. If you're gonna be making history, you gotta leave your mark on the world. I'm talking about doing 100 burpees every day in the same spot in the park. So by the time the end of the summer comes, ain't no grass in that spot. That's making your mark on the world, literally, okay? You gotta work hard. You gotta put it in to perspective. A little discipline every day will take you a long way. Leave your mark on the world. If you're leaving your mark on the world, there's nothing that you can't do if you put your mind to it. Even if you have to do it a little bit of everyday discipline. There's certain things you control. Self-discipline. That's all that is, self-discipline. There are certain things you can control to make yourself the best self that you can be. That's leaving your mark on the world. Making history is not always about the politics per se. Although there are some things politically we could be doing to leave a legacy. As an African Union, as a nation of African beautiful black people, even from tribes that are possibly lost like mine, we have to continue to leave our mark on the world. We have to continue to make history. We can talk about the past all we want to. What type of history are we going to make? What type of legacy are we going to leave? That's important to know. We need to leave a legacy of peace without war. Peace without violent division, peace without classism, peace without poverty, peace without you name it. You know, the distractions are many. But for an emotional response, we wouldn't spend the time addressing the possibility of future events. When we see the spirit of fearlessness, we see love in new ways. The distractions may be alarms, they may be relationships, that could be stammering confidence intervals. What is the importance of political parties in Africa? Will the controls for stealing elections ever be returned to voters? The distractions are many. Me personally, from a possibility, I was born. A possibility of a tribe, a possibility of a royal stance within a tribe. You know, literally. When you're from the lost tribe, you could definitely be a descendant of a king. But you don't know because it's been stolen from you. I need your help establish tribes to show the world when, and what, how, and where to focus the attention. For example, is urbanization a scam? How does urbanization contribute to the issues of climate change? You know, to send our ideals about Earth into the shadows of history, our being our ancestors, to send our ideals about Earth into the shadows of history is disrespectful. I would like to know the educated opinions of the top professionals of business and industry globally. Not just of yesterday, not just of today, but I'm looking into the future. And what will the leaders of tomorrow think about us? Is it more important to make history than to talk about it? Once you know you have history-making capability, you will be very intentional about shaping it for your legacy. My instruction to you is definitely to make history. definitely to have a legacy. On a hero's day like today, what is his legacy? What is your legacy? What is our legacy? What is the world's legacy that we're going to leave behind? How are we going to work together to leave behind that world legacy that we want to see? So excuse me, nations of beautiful black people like me. We must extend greetings even from afar. And I hope that as a united group, the AU will prosper. The AU has talent beyond expectations. The AU is growing in population of youth. And I hope that it continues to grow in population of youth. The AU is and does improve on great scales. But we still need to keep going in that direction. We want to improve the re-up conditions. The re-up conditions, that's an acronym for RE, which means real estate, and UP, which means urban planning. The AU is definitely due for a re-up. Okay? But how do we think about that? Taking it back to urbanization, right? In terms of sewage, in terms of energy. The AU definitely does improve in industry, but could use more jobs. Okay? Could use more businesses that are valued internationally, competitively internationally for the products and services sold, right? But that made me think about Shaq and how he sell all his products for cheap intentionally. So is that a scam? We don't know. But definitely need capabilities beyond that which we have, right? The freedom of travel for perspective. Listen, we need some rocket ship launching capabilities over here too. Shit. Because I might need to go to space one day, and I don't want to have to go super far to get on one of them ships. Classism divides the world. So my assumptions are many, right? Are these proven? Are these personal? Are these popular beliefs? Who knows? But an expanded share of land, I believe, is something that most youth and maybe even nations want to do. So as we conquer or conquest, we definitely need some improved cyber power capability. The AU must be a cyber powerhouse. War in recent times has proven that cyber power is typically victorious. These capabilities must be shared widely or narrowly. Both may be tiered usage, definitely under supervision. How do we extend the full service? Now that's a dangerous thing, right? Under supervision. Ooh. And I'm not a tribal leader, but I'm curious as to what some people have to say about that.